I thought I'd just say something about the piece of paper or the leaflet that I've just sent out by email, which is concerning what's called spiritual communion. Most of you from the parish should have had it by now. What it is, it's an attempt by the church to help people who really can't attend a Eucharist, and that over history has been for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it's because people are very ill. Sometimes it's because of times like this when everybody's ill and people want to stay away from each other. And sometimes it's just a matter of not being able to get to a service. I remember when I was in Papua New Guinea, for instance, some of the remoter parishes weren't able to get to a communion service, a Eucharist, for months on end. So this was the way that that was overcome. And what it does, it basically says that what happens in the Eucharist is including everybody, even those who aren't there. In other words, the act of communion itself is something which embodies the whole church. So as you go through this service, as you look at it and pray it, in a sense you're joining with all the Eucharists which are taking place around the world. It's not a substitute for the Eucharist, but it receives the same benefits as the Eucharist. So in other words, if you're not able to go to a Eucharist, this is the one that you should really try to do. The form of service that I've sent you is from a form devised in the Anglican Diocese of Melanesia back in 1916. As you can imagine, Melanesia is one of those very disparate parish dioceses which is very difficult to get round. And so the bishop produced this. And all I've done is update the language a little bit. So please try and use it. And if you have any questions about it, please don't hesitate to ask.